Imagine this. You deposit your hard-earned money in the bank, thinking it's safe and maybe even growing a little. But the harsh truth? The entire system is designed not to make you rich, but to keep you dependent. Here's a shocking fact. You put in $1,000, earn maybe $5 in interest at 0.5%. But with 3% inflation, your money loses $30 in buying power. Net loss of $25 every single time. In this video, I'm exposing 10 money secrets banks desperately hide from you. From how they create money out of thin air to the tricks that trap you in debt forever. And trust me, the fourth one will blow your mind. It explains why bankers always seem so nice. Stick around, because once you know these, you'll never look at your bank account the same way again. Secret 1. Keeping money in the bank actually makes you poorer. You deposit $1,000 and earn maybe $5 interest at 0.5%. But with 3% inflation, your money loses $30 in buying power. Net loss of $25 every single time. Over years, inflation quietly eats thousands of your savings. Meanwhile, banks take your money and lend it out on credit cards at 20% interest. Funny thing, your cash might lose less value hidden under your mattress than in a safe savings account. Secret 2. Banks create money out of thin air. Most people think only governments print money. Wrong. Thanks to fractional reserve banking, you deposit $1,000. The bank keeps just $100 as reserve and lends out $900. Your account still shows $1,000. The borrower gets $900 new money. Suddenly, $1,900 exists in the system from your original $1,000. The bank just created $900 out of nothing, legally, every single day. Multiply this by millions of deposits, and banks manufacture money like magic, then charge interest on it. Secret 3. Credit cards are the bank's secret weapon. Super convenient, right? But deadly. They charge around 20% interest. Carry a $1,000 balance for a year without paying it off? That's an extra $200 in interest. Most people just make minimum payments, and that can trap you for decades. In fact, over 70% of cardholders struggle to pay off their balance quickly. Buy a $500 TV on credit and keep a balance? It could easily cost you $1,000 or more in the end. Banks make their biggest profits when you carry debt month after month, not when you pay in full. Credit cards aren't free rewards. They're engineered to keep you in debt. Secret 4. The richer you are, the cheaper money costs you. If you're just getting by, banks slam you with high interest rates, but only after checking your life inside out. But if you're already wealthy, you get super low rates, sometimes even below inflation. Example, Mark Zuckerberg took out a multi-million-dollar mortgage at around 1% interest, basically borrowing almost for free while inflation quietly reduces what he really owes. The average person pays 4%, 5%, or higher on loans. Banks say it's all about risk. Billionaires are safe bets, regular workers living paycheck to paycheck are risky. End result? The poor pay more to borrow and stay stuck. The rich borrow cheap and get richer faster. Secret 5. Debt isn't the enemy. It's actually a powerful tool when the rich use it. Most of us are scared of debt, and honestly, we should be if we misuse it. But here's the difference. Wealthy people borrow smart. Imagine this. You borrow $100,000 at just 2% interest to buy a house. A few years later, thanks to inflation and appreciation, the house is now worth $120,000. You sell it, pay back $102,000, principal plus interest, and pocket $18,000 profit. Huh, right? Debt actually made you money. That's the magic of good debt. You use cheap borrowed money to buy assets that go up in value faster than the interest you pay. Billionaires do this with billions. They borrow cheap, let inflation boost their assets, and multiply their wealth. Meanwhile, the average person borrows for stuff that loses value: cars, vacations, credit card bills. And that's when debt becomes a trap. Secret 6. Banks help the ultra-rich avoid taxes legally. Ever wonder how guys like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk avoid huge capital gains taxes? They don't sell their massively appreciating shares because selling would trigger 20% taxes. Instead, they use those shares as collateral to get low-interest loans from banks, sometimes as low as 1%. They get cash for yachts, private jets, mansions, without ever selling a single share. No sale, no tax bill. Banks love it because they earn interest on the loan, and the rich keep their shares, which keep growing. Ordinary people, we don't have billions in shares to borrow against, so we sell assets to get cash and pay taxes right away. That's why you'll see billionaires taking out mortgages even when they have plenty of cash in the bank. It's not laziness, it's a smart way to defer taxes and let their wealth keep compounding. Makes you think, doesn't it? Secret 7. Offshore accounts hide trillions legally. Right now, over $8 trillion is stashed in tax havens like Bermuda, Cayman Islands, and Switzerland. That's about 10% of the entire world's economy. And it's not just criminals. Big companies like Apple and Google, plus billionaires, shift profits there using simple tricks. They set up shell companies, basically mailbox offices, in places with 0% tax. Here's how it works. A company makes $100 million profit in the US. Normally, that's $21 million in taxes. But they pay $70 million in fees to their own shell company in Bermuda. Now, US profit looks like only $30 million. Taxes drop to just $6 million. The $70 million stays offshore, tax-free. Banks and experts help design these setups, totally legal. Meanwhile, regular people like us pay full taxes without questioning. Crazy, right? Secret 8. Your mortgage makes the bank rich, not you. Think buying a home is always smart? Let's do the math. You take a $300,000 house with a 30-year mortgage at 4.5% interest. Over 30 years, you pay back around $600,000 total. Half of that, $300,000, is pure interest going straight to the bank. Add property taxes, insurance, repairs like a new roof or plumbing, easily tens of thousands more. The bank gets guaranteed money every month, no matter what. If house prices crash like in 2008, they still want their payments. Miss a few, they take your home, sell it, and keep the profit. A mortgage feels like freedom, but for many, it's a 30-year chain that enriches the bank way more than you. Makes you rethink home ownership, doesn't it? Secret 9. Banks make a fortune from hidden fees, and they're everywhere. Think about it. Maintenance fees, overdraft fees, ATM fees, transfer fees, inactivity fees, foreign transaction fees, the list never ends. They're nickel and diming you to death. Here's the craziest part. In the US alone, banks pull in over $30 billion a year just from overdraft fees. You overdraw your account by $10, boom, $35 fee. That's like 350% interest on a tiny mistake. These fees seem small, right? $5 here, $35 there, but across millions of customers, it turns into massive, effortless profit for the bank. And the worst part? It usually hits people who are already struggling the most. Sneaky, huh? Secret 10. The entire system is built to keep you in debt forever. Check this out. Savings accounts pay you less than 1% interest, but credit cards and loans, 10%, 20%, even 30% or more. Why do you think they push borrowing so hard? Student loans trap millions right when they start adult life. Payments for decades, interest guaranteed. Car loans, payday loans, personal loans, debt is literally their main product. They market it everywhere. Buy now, pay later. And escaping? Almost impossible. Even bankruptcy doesn't wipe out student loans. Stay in debt your whole life? Congratulations, you're the perfect customer. Guys, let's quickly recap the biggest bombshells we uncovered today. Banks quietly make you poorer with inflation eating your savings. They create money out of thin air and charge interest on it. Credit cards and bad debt trap you, while the rich use good debt to get richer. They help billionaires dodge taxes legally, and the whole system, hidden fees, mortgages, endless loans, is built to keep you in debt forever. But here's the fortune cookie moment I want you to remember forever. The banking system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, to make them rich, not you. Listen, when you clicked on this video, you probably expected a few shady tricks, but we went way deeper. 10 hard-hitting secrets backed by real numbers, real examples, and the math that banks hope you never run. You now see the game clearly, and that changes everything. That trapped feeling, the stress of living paycheck to paycheck, the confusion about why the rich keep winning. Today, we pulled back the curtain. You're no longer in the dark. You have the knowledge to stop playing their game and start building real wealth on your terms. Imagine this. 1 year from now, you look at your bank statement and smile because you're finally in control. That's possible. That's within reach right now. If this video opened your eyes, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button so more people wake up to these truths. Drop a comment with which secret shocked you the most. I read every single one. Share this with someone stuck in the debt cycle. It might just change their life. And if you want more no BS breakdowns like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. I've got way more coming. Thank you for watching till the end. You're smarter today than yesterday. Now go use it. See you in the next one.